Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, August 22nd. I'm John Weigell with Maria Gharib, and this is the Hustle Daily Show. Sam Altman just warned investors about an AI bubble while trillions pour into the sector. Meanwhile, Meta is so desperate to beat everyone to superintelligence that they're splitting their AI division into 4 separate teams, and Field AI gets a $2 billion valuation. All that today and more in our weekly AI update. We'll get to all that and the biggest headlines in business and tech right after this. HubSpot helped Tumblr solve a big problem. They needed to move fast to produce trending content, but their marketing team was stuck waiting on engineers to code every single email campaign. Now they use HubSpot's customer platform to email real-time, trending content to millions of users in just seconds. The impact? 3 times more engagement and double the content creation. Want to move fast like Tumblr? Visit HubSpot.com. So let's start it off. Through the first half of 2025, nearly 2/3 of all VC funding in the U.S. went to California-based companies, per Crunchbase News. New York took second place, and its $13 billion haul looks pretty solid until you put it up against California's $110 billion motherlode. That's VCs for you. And next up here, Cracker Barrel shares sank over 12% on Thursday after the restaurant chain revealed a new logo that it says is rooted in a barrel shape, but missing the man and barrel it used to have. That was an iconic image that we all knew and loved. The logo is part of a $700 million makeover to attract new customers, but reactions have been a bit mixed. And our last 2 headlines here are concerning lawsuits, pretty juicy lawsuits. So let's get started with the first one. 2 lawsuits, both filed by firm Greenbaum Allbrants, are seeking millions of dollars in damages for over 1 million Delta Airlines and United Airlines customers who were allegedly charged for window seats that had no windows. Per the complaint, the airlines list all seats along a plane's walls as window seats, but some have a blank wall instead of a window. These people were unfortunate enough to sit in front of the blank wall. What a sad trip. And finally, the FTC is suing gym chains, including LA Fitness, for making it just really difficult to quit. I've been there multiple times. In order to quit this gym, LA Fitness members must log into its website, print a cancellation form, and either mail it via registered or certified mail or return it in person, but only between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Oh, and members who sign up at the gym's app may not have their website logins, so that's even more steps. Let's all make this so much easier. Please, please, to all the gyms out there, make it easy to cancel. Nobody will do it anyways. For more headlines like that, you can subscribe to the show and we'll have more for you Monday and the coming week. But in the meantime, let's get to our AI update of the week with our friend Maria from the Mindstream newsletter. Okay, so we're back at it with another week of AI updates. Today, we're talking about a bunch of different things, but how have you been, Maria?
I've been good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I've been great.
Yay.
Glad to have you back this week. Can we start off with just something that you found this past week in AI that interested you?
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know, people have heard of Duolingo and like the fact that they wanted to go, fully AI and stuff. So they've been having a bit of an AI identity crisis. Their CEO basically announced they're obviously going AI first, meaning AI is going to influence hiring, promotions, and everything in between. And the internet immediately freaked out. People thought Duo was about to fire everyone and replace them with robots. Yeah, everyone freaked out, including myself, because obviously I like them. I just don't want anyone to be fired. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't the case. So it blew up so badly they went radio silent on social media for a while, which is wild because Duolingo lives off being chaotic online. But obviously, there's a bit of a plot twist with this. Despite all the drama, their revenues were up 41% and their profits are at a record high, and the stock jumped like nearly 19%. So they tried to go, obviously, full AI. Everyone panicked, but the money's still moneying.
It's still coming in. It's still coming in. And that's a great point because they had such like a big falling out with their audience, but only on social media. But it seems that the app usage has only increased. Their profits have only increased. So This change maybe helped them in a lot of other ways that weren't social media, because they're obviously seen as a big social media titan, or one of the brands that does very, very well on public facing work. So, I mean, the fact that their revenue is going up, it means maybe either people stopped caring after a week, which could have happened, or maybe it just didn't even matter if they cared or not. So
maybe. Yeah, they're at the same level as Ryanair, and Ryanair is insane on social media. So yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was
I love Ryanair social media.
Same.
It's
So
it's
good.
amazing. Go-to for whenever you got to travel
Oh, yeah.
within Europe. And let's move on to some of the bigger players in the AI space, of course. So this week, I think the big headline that came up for everybody was that Sam Altman warned of an AI bubble, meaning investors are just really overexcited about AI and pouring too much money into it and may not get their investment back. Do you find this to be true with like the trillions of dollars going into AI programs seemingly right now?
I mean, calling it an AI bubble while also planning to spend gazillion on data centers is a bit of it's wild.
Yes.
Pick a lane, bro. Like, just pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
But honestly, he's kind of right and wrong at the same time. There is an absolute hype, and like some tiny startups are getting billion-dollar valuation with zero revenue, but big tech isn't exactly bluffing here. So Microsoft dropped, if I'm not mistaken, $80 billion, and Meta is like at $72 billion.
Wow.
OpenAI just raised $8.3 billion and is about to sell another $6 billion in shares. So it feels on the frothy side, but there's real money, real infrastructure, and a lot of long-term plays behind it. We're still early, but I think in it too. So not game over in my opinion. So, but yeah, AI bubble while spending a lot of money, it's not, calm down.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of money being poured into it, obviously, and we'll get to Meta in a second. But yeah, Microsoft, Apple, all of these big companies are really, really just like pouring a ton of money into it. But there's also on like the smaller level of just investors just putting money in upcoming AI companies and kind of seeing their valuation go up and saying like, well, is that inflated? Which we'll get to that conversation later again. But yeah, all of that around brings me to say, I get his point, actually. At the place that he's at, maybe he wants people to invest more, but I think overall there is a give and take to it.
Well, yeah, duh. I mean, this is how the world works, but obviously AI bubble is a huge deal.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about it.
Totally. And now getting to Meta, getting to Mark Zuckerberg more specifically, Meta is shaking things up again. On Tuesday this week, Meta announced internally that it's going to be splitting up its AI division. So this huge AI division that they've built up and that Mark Zuckerberg has been spending billions of dollars on, they're going to split it up into 4 different groups. And the move is aimed at kind of better organizing Meta so we can get to their goal of super intelligence more quickly. What do you think just at the core of it, of the speed and the funds being put into this and the reorgs and kind of everything around this situation, how is it going to net out? And will they reach this vague super intelligence that they're trying to reach for?
You know the saying, it's not a phase, mom. It's a lifestyle, that kind of.
Yeah.
This is Meta right now, I swear. I think ever since Zuckerberg did the whole glow up, this has been happening. So he just split the AI division to 4 squads, as you said, 1 for research, 1 for products, and 1 for infrastructure, and 1 literally chasing super intelligence. Like they're building something way smarter than us. So, it sounds like no big deal to them. For us, huge deal. But they've put billions into this. Like they poached OpenAI and Google researchers with like wild 9-figure deals, scraping their last big model, which is called Behemoth, rest in peace, and starting from scratch. There are also a lot of internal drama because of some of the OG Meta AI folks. They're not vibing with the new hires. And like, I think everyone's fighting with everyone. But bottom line, Meta's throwing $72 billion at this, trying to catch up with OpenAI and Google. But right now, it feels like organized chaos, ambitious, a bit of the ambitious side, but a bit of on the expensive side as well.
Yeah.
And the mix of like a bit of a messiness. I think it's very Zuck betting the house, but I'm not really surprised because he's done this before. Like he has like a pattern.
For sure. I think on that point, when he sees something that's like, oh, this is definitely the future, he has no problem shifting everything in the company towards that future. And it seems like that's what's been happening. And I'm just excited to see the result of it, what it's going to be, if we're going to get more AI products from Meta, or we're going to get something else, like a completely new platform. Just interested to see which way it manifests going forward for like consumers.
100%. I think everyone's in the AI arms race and like nobody wants to blink twice. And Meta alone is throwing a lot of money with everything. So it's like Silicon Valley's version of F1. So
Yeah.
we'll just kind of have to wait to see what he's going to be up to, what the end goal is. This isn't just about like keeping up. I think he's trying to leapfrog OpenAI and Google before they lock the market. So let's just see what he's up to.
Yeah, right. He's trying to beat them to the punch.
Yeah.
Exactly. To move on to something else, we talked about this briefly earlier. Other smaller AI companies are getting kind of beefed up here. And let's talk about Field. Field AI hit a $2 billion valuation. The company is backed by both NVIDIA and Bill Gates, some big players. What does this company in particular do, and how do you see them shaking things up, if at all?
I think Field AI is basically teaching robots to think on their feet, which it sounds so futuristic, but I love it. So instead of spending months coding for every little environment, these bots can just adapt. That's why NVIDIA, Bezos, and Bill Gates are throwing money at them. And they've hit a $2 billion valuation in only 2 years, which is wild. If they can pull this off, it's not just making robots smarter, they're making them scalable. So think of it as like giving every robot a plug and play brain. That's the kind of shift that quietly changes entire industries. So you're probably going to see them everywhere if this works out.
Yeah, I mean, if they can learn on the fly, if they're able to, be in jobs or be at your home and be able to pick up things and change things, then that is kind of one step closer to our favorite robot reality, which is friends that can help you with things. But
I just want someone to make me iced soy latte in the morning. Honestly.
all I want.
I wake up and I want it to be ready.
People keep talking about these robots like, oh yeah, it can move these packages at the Amazon warehouse. It could like do all these things. Like just make it wash my dishes. That's all I really need.
We've seen this kind of cartoon during Cartoon Network era.
Oh, the Jetsons.
Yes, this is what it is. This is exactly what we're living. And if you could look back, it's happening now. So why?
It's happening right now. And for the robot uprising, it is happening right now. I appreciate the robots. I want them to take that on record, by the way.
I just want someone to make me coffee. Thank you.
Yeah, please. Well, thank you so much, Maria, for joining us today. Pleasure
welcome.
to have you on again this week. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See you. All right, that'll do it for us today. Thanks for tuning into the Hustle Daily Show. We're a proud part of HubSpot Media. Our editor is Robert Hartwig, and our executive producer is Darren Clark. We got a lot more tech and business coverage on our newsletter. If you're not subscribed, go get signed up at thehustle.co/email and follow us on Instagram at The Hustle Daily. We'll catch you later. Here's what blows my mind. Most people are sitting around waiting for their boss to give them a raise, while millionaires are building income streams in their spare time. Entrepreneur and creator Marina Magilko cracked the code on this. She built more than 10 income streams that now pull in over $100,000 a month. She shared the secret sauce with our team, so now we're sharing it with you, exactly how she did it. This guide gives you practical step-by-step strategies you can actually implement. So just pick just one income stream from her guide and watch what happens. Stop what you're doing right now and grab it in the show notes 6 months from now, and you'll be glad you did.